Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, Ahimong, as well as Zilly and Secretive, my three wonderful mods. Oh, Eileen, hey. Sejong, icon represent. Yes. You see, what happened today is I was trying to travel to a place around in Korea, and I guess for whatever reason the train stopped. You guys can clearly see there's a train. Well, it's behind this board, but you can clearly see the train behind this board. It's just stopped there. It's not moving, and in fact, like even the lights broken. The lights are just frozen. So nothing's working. The train station, they said they hope they can get it working soon, but they don't know how long it'll take. In the meantime, I guess I'm stuck here for like an hour and a half or so until the train works again because I got to get to my destination, but I got nowhere else to go. So I figured, well, while I'm waiting, I might as well do a live stream for you guys because I know it's Sunday and usually we have the live streams on Sunday. So I guess before we get started, let me just give you the prerequisites for today's lesson so you can know if it's going to be a good lesson for you. It's going to be a beginning level lesson. There will be a little bit of intermediate stuff sprinkled kind of here and there and maybe toward the end. But the majority of today's lesson is going to be beginner level. If you want to follow along with today's lesson, you'll want to make sure you at least know the yo form in all of its tenses. So past tense like 했어요, present tense 해요, and future tense 할 거예요. You'll want to know this for pretty much every lesson anyway, but I'm mentioning it here too. You'll probably also want to be familiar with the progressive tense, which is the 고 있다 form. You might see that as 고 하고 있어요, for example. And number one, the most important thing that you'll need to know before today's lesson is how to make questions, because we're going to be learning about question words. And if you don't know how to make a very basic question in Korean, such as like, hello, how are you? Really basic questions like that. If you understand, and they're not hard in Korean, fortunately, but you'll want to make sure you at least know how to make basic questions before this lesson. So that would be using like 니까 ending, like 합니까, 하십니까, for example, or 해요 as a question. 좋아해요, do you like it? Kind of like those basic types of questions. You'll need to know that conjugation, which all comes back to yo form conjugation before today's lesson. So before I get started though, I always start a few minutes early. Let me just say hi to a few people here. Let's see. Oh, Ameriliz, welcome. My Sejong army, two people there. There's the BTS army, but then there's the Sejong army. And one of them requires like 6 months of constant membership to get, and the other one anyone can get. So think about that. Which one's cooler? Welcome, everyone. Is 고있다 like present continuous? Yes, that's kind of like the ing. Jason? Sage bless. Yeah, I know, like, I'm going to make a video about King Sejong sometime soon. I've been planning it for now, I want to say it 2 years, 2 full years. I've had this video planned. I just haven't filmed it yet. I even wrote all of the stuff I'm going to talk about. I actually planned a couple videos about historical figures that I want to make. But anyway, yeah, I got one about King Sejong. He's really, really cool. He's even cooler than you think he is. If you've heard about all of the cool things that King Sejong has done, in real life, he's actually even more interesting than that and funnier too. So it's kind of like one of those, like you hear like a legend of, like, oh, this person was so great, but then you actually look him up and they're like, what big deal, whatever. No, this is actually a really cool guy. Ahimang just switched to caps. I guess I triggered her. Victoria Lewis with the Billy head. Hey Billy, it's Celeste. 전 병원에 있거든요. Oh, why? Why are you in the hospital? What happened? I gotta make a hospital abridged version just for you, but it'll take a few months, Noah Deeps, Sejong live stream. Yeah, maybe we'll do a history Sejong live stream. But I don't know if you guys want a history lesson. I'm not a history specialist, so my history lesson is pretty much me doing my best to research other sources, to compile everything together. That's the best that I can do. So let's see. But yeah, even with that information alone, he's pretty cool. Cage fight me and Billy put money down to win, y'all. All right. Bone saw is ready. I love history about Korea. Yeah, I think Korean history is pretty interesting too. I don't know too much about it though. I know like a lot of the basics and some specifics, but like I said, I'm not a history major. I have work tomorrow and should really sleep, but this is the first live stream I haven't been late for. Oh, nice, Alex. Welcome. Alex Winters. Sounds like Alex Winter, the Bill and Ted actor. Did you change your lighting setup? I think it's because I'm holding the tablet in front of my face. It should still look okay. Is it not bright enough? Let me see if this remote control I have can control the lighting of this station that I'm in. This totally real train station. There we go. Maybe if it was a little too dim for you, let me know how that is. Wait, isn't mugunghwa a flower? Yeah, mugunghwa would be what you'd call like a chrysanthemum, kind of like that. It's also popular in Japan as well. It's also the name of a... if you're saying mugunghwa on here, what that is that's the type of a train that goes all around Korea. The mugunghwa trains are basically like the Greyhound buses of Korean trains. So if you want to travel anywhere in Korea and you want to go by train, so you don't want to go by bus, you want to go by train, and you want to go anywhere in Korea and you don't have a lot of money, then take the mugunghwa. It's always a little bit slower than like Semaeho or Semae, which is like a faster version of a train, or an ITX or KTX. Those are much, much faster, like the bullet trains. But a mugunghwa is more like a regular train. So if you're not in a rush to get to anywhere, but you just want to go everywhere cheap, then take a mugunghwa. And I've taken them all the time in Korea, and they're nice. They're just slightly older, slightly slower, but always cheaper. So they can be anywhere from like $2 or 2,000원, 3,000원, $2-3 cheaper than the exact same trip, even on a rather short distance. Okay, let's see here. Are there month passes for the train system? Yeah, they do, but that would be something like, I think they have like a tourist version. I've never done it before, but I believe I've heard there is a tourist Korean train, like a pass you can get for travelers. I don't think it would be worth it though, unless you're going to Korea with the express purpose of just traveling around Korea. If you're going to Korea for a regular tour, you're going to be spending most of your time in just a few cities. Like you'll probably just spend 99% of your time in Seoul or around Seoul, and it's not worth it. It would be better just to get a regular pass, like go to a convenience store and pick up a like a T-Money card and use that, because those still give you a discount, but those don't require a giant investment, and you're more free to travel or not travel or take whatever you want that way. Okay, so it is now almost time, so let's get started. Today's lesson is going to be a little bit different in that since the topic we're covering is very basic, I'm going to give you guys more opportunity to practice along with me, and we're going to do a little bit more audience participation than normal because of that. So we're going to be learning words today such as who, what, where, when, why, how, and then a couple other words for what, which are also important to know. And these are like literally, here is the word for what, here is the word for where. So because of that, I don't want to focus a lot on my explanation as much as unless there's something detailed I need to go into. I'd rather focus on helping you guys to construct your own sentences. So while we're going along the lesson, I'm going to give you guys more opportunities to practice sentences, and I'm going to be helping you by correcting some of those sentences for today. So we'll try a different style. But the first one we're doing is not that simple. So the first one I will actually teach you, and that's the word for who, which is 누구. We're going to first learn about 누구. 누구 just means who. End of story. Pretty much, almost. Okay, not really. There's a lot more. I'm sorry, I lied. Okay, 누구 means who. So I would like you guys to all make a sentence using who before I talk about anything else, because there's actually another word for who that I'm going to teach you right after this. Before I teach you anything else, make a sentence using 누구, who, in the chat. And I'm going to read a few and I'm going to write some of them down. While you're doing that, I'm going to write down one that I prepared already, in case you want an example. But go ahead and write your own. Okay, that's a question mark. So the example sentence that I am writing is 누구를. So we have the object marker. So after the object marker is going to be an action verb. Someone is doing something to this who. So 누구를 좋아해요. 좋아하다 means to like. So you like something. What is it that you like? Well, you like who. So you like who? A question. 누구를 좋아해요? Who do you like? That's all there is to it. Super simple word. That's all there is. So let me look at the chat and see some of your guys' sentences and see if I can help destroy some of these sentences of yours before we go on to the next word for who, which is what trips people up a bit. 누구세요? Okay. 누구세요? I see a lot of people writing 누구예요 or 누구세요? 그 사람 누구예요? Nice. Who is that person? 누구야? Noah Deeps, you have the wrong spelling for 에요. It should be 예요. 예. There is no 에요. At least not from that verb. It would mean something different. Okay. 누구를 좋아합니까? Okay. 누구를 방탄소년. Jason Pan, no, that wouldn't be correct. And we'll talk about that in a second. Why that's incorrect, Jason. All right. First, we're doing 누구. 누구하고 만났어요? Okay. Who did you meet with? 여보세요. 누구세요? 누구 공부하고 있어요? Nope. It's okay though. I wanted you guys to write some of these sentences that'll come out a little bit wrong so I can tell you why. But nice try. And I will talk about that right in a second. So don't worry about it. 누구를 좋아해? Okay, we haven't talked about that yet. Okay. 누구를 가방? Who? I'm not sure what you're trying to say, J-Hope's rabbit. I don't think J-Hope's rabbit can talk if he has a rabbit. 누구랑 먹었어요? Okay, yeah, we got some nice sentences. 누구랑 먹었어요? Who did you eat with? Okay, so that's pretty much all there is to this word. But, and there's a big but here. We have one more word for who, and that is, so first we have 누구. And the next word we need to learn is very different. But you need to know both of these always. So you can't just learn one of them. And it's not that one of them is used more than the other. It's nothing like that. You simply have to learn two words for who. The second word for who is 누가. Now, 누가 is actually not complicated at all. First of all, let me tell you this. 누구, you can use 누구 with 누구를. If it's an object, you can say 누구에게, to a person. 한테, if you're familiar with 한테. Someone use 누구랑, if you use with 이랑, as in with a person, 누구랑. Anything like that is fine for who. However, and you can also use, if you want to make 누구 the subject of a sentence, you could use 누구는, but that's different. That's not what we're going to be doing. You will not use 누구는 most of the time, just due to the way that Koreans will ask questions by marking who or what or when or anything with the subject marker. Anytime you're using this 누구 with the subject marker, 이 or 가, normally 이 or 가, well, it's 이 after a consonant or 가 after a vowel. So 누구, it's a vowel, so 가. You do not ever say 누구가. I've never heard anyone in my entire life, the past 15 years of studying Korean, say 누구가, except by error, like they're what do you call that? Like stuttering. 누구가 does not exist. 누가. This shortens. So anytime you have 누구 plus 가, it becomes 누가. What that means is, anytime that who is doing something in your sentence, so who did it, who ate it, who went, who likes Korea, I think someone wrote 누구를 방탄소년단을 좋아해요, like who likes BTS. That would also be who with 누가. The reason is like, 좋아하다, 좋아해요. So because who is liking it, you have to use 누가 instead of 누구. So I'll demonstrate what I mean by that. So let me give you an example of 누구 and 누가. So you can kind of see the difference. It's really the most important difference. So let's just go back to our sentence. 누구를 let's do a different one. 누구를 만났어요. So 만나다 is to meet. So 누구를 만났어요? Who object. So who is being met? And then 만났어요, met. So who did you meet? Who did you meet? Who here is not doing anything. Who is not meeting someone, right? Who is being, something's happening to who, and that is meet. Like normally you would say, 철수를 만났어요. I met 철수. Or 그 사람, that person, 만났어요. I met that person. Or 만날 거예요. I will meet. Or 만나고 싶어요. I want to meet. But 누구를, just as I met, was who did you meet? So this is not a subject. It's not doing anything in the verb. If you were, however, to say 누가, and 누가 would not ever become 누가를 because 가 is the subject marker. That's something to keep in mind. So it's just 누가, the end. You can never add anything else onto here. It's done. 누가 만났어요 would have a completely different meaning. 누가 만났어요. So it doesn't even come out of my mouth correctly because it sounds so awkward in most situations. 누가 만났어요 would not mean who did you meet. It could never mean that. In fact, here 누가 is who. It still means who, but who is doing something. So what are they doing? Well, they are meeting. So who met someone? We don't know. Something. You could use this in this kind of situation. Let's say you're the boss and you tell one of your employees to go meet 철수, okay? And the next day, you hear that 철수 met one of your employees. You want to say, 누가 만났어요? 누가 만났어요? Who met 철수? Who met that person? Who did the meeting? Who is the one who met? Well, then someone else will say, oh yeah, it was me, Billy, I met. And you say, okay, 철수가 만났어요. 철수 met them. 누가 만났어요? Oh, Billy met him. If you were to, you can even add an object in here. So since you have 만났어요, meet, well, who is doing the meeting, but who are they meeting? Well, you could even add that too. You can add the person they met with the object marker, or the after a vowel. So you could say 빌리 or 철수를 만났어요. So you could put it together. You could say 누가 빌리를 만났어요? Who met Billy? Or who just if you're already talking about Billy, you can just 누가 만났어요? Who met him? Who met the person we're already talking about, or whatever context this sentence would be used in. So that's the most important thing. 누구 is just anytime it's being used as what we would call the object. Anytime something is doing something to it, liking someone, giving to someone, go meeting with someone. Yeah, all of that's fine. Who. But when that who is doing something, I feel like Dr. Seuss. When that who is doing something, okay, the who's from Dr. Seuss. Anyway, whenever that who is the one that's doing something, you have to use 누가. Does that make sense? So with that said, I want you guys to make another sentence using 누가, not 누구. Let's try making a sentence using 누가. If you want to know who likes nougat, 누가를 좋아해요? I actually don't know the Korean word for nougat. Let me check that out. I want to search. What's the Korean word for nougat? I don't even know what nougat is in English. That's probably why I don't know the Korean word for nougat either. Let's see, nougat. Oh, it is nougat. Okay, you were serious. Just nougat. Montelimon nougat. Okay. I don't know if you were to say nougat if they would know what you're talking about. Okay, 누가 갈까? Okay, who's gonna go? Who would go? 누가 커피 마셨어요? Who drank the coffee? Perfect. Jade, the repressed emo. 누가 했냐고? 빨리 말해. 아니, 누가 했냐고? 빨리 말해. LR Pan, perfect sentence. Tell me who did it. I asked you guys who did it. Tell me right now. Perfect. 누가 먹었어요? Who ate it? 누가 될 거예요? 누가 될 거야? Okay, who will it be? 누가 했어요? Who did it? 누가 떠올려요? 떠들어요? 떠들어. Okay. 누가 다 먹었어요? Who ate all of it? Okay. 누가 사과를 좋아해요? Who likes apple? Okay, so Suna asked, so Doctor Who would be Dr. Nugu or Dr. Nuga? Gosh. I think it would be Dr. Nugu. You'd have to use Nugu for that. Yeah. I'll put money on it. It would have to be Dr. Nugu. If they translated it. I'm sure they just say Doctor Who. Doctor Who or something like that. Oh, William Kelly. 도둑 누구예요? Because 이다 is not an action. 이다 is just description. Or I guess I should say it this way to make it more clear. Since 누구 is not doing anything. If it's doing anything directly, if it's the one that's the subject of the sentence, to even get more specific, the subject of the sentence would be 누가. Otherwise, it's 누구. So if you're asking who is someone, it would always be 누구예요? 누구예요? You would never ask 누가예요. That makes no sense. You could never ask 누가예요. Who is it? Because 누가 is, now it's expecting to do something, but just 이다, to be, 예요, is not no sort of action or anyone doing anything. It's not even like a description of who the person is. It's simply, it would just be 누구예요 or 누구입니까 or 누구야, like that. 누가 온다고? 어제 누가 왔다고? 세누 보라 should be 왔다고. 백화점에 갈 거예요. Who will go to the department store? Perfect. Yeah, no, they wouldn't translate that. I'm just joking, but it's kind of funny to try to translate it. Yeah, and Will and Kelly also asked to use 누가 with 누구, and that'd be right. It would always be 누구. Not that you can never say 누가요, but it's not used in that situation where you would say who is it. It's always 누구예요. 누가 사과 케이크를 먹을까요? Yeah, who would eat apple cake? Apple cake just sounds strange. Apple cake. Apple pie. Yeah, I can understand apple cake. Carrot cake. Okay. Apple cake. I don't know. To me, it kind of seems like watermelon cake or something. Like it just seems too wet to make into a cake. But I don't know. 닥터후. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. 의사 누구? No, it would have to be 누구 의사 선생님. Carrot cake, you can't, no, it's not it's not you. 누가 주스를 마셔요? Oh, from Greyjack XD777, that's the Jew with the U, not an U sound, but a U sound. I can't write that right now with one hand while holding this, but okay. Okay. 누가 이 택시 탔어요? Okay, who took this taxi? Perfect. I think you guys have got it. So let's move on. So that's the difference between 누구 and 누가. And there's nothing else to it. Or is there? Well, there actually is a little bit more to it than that. That's actually one of the things. Oh yeah, I haven't finished advertising for my book for today's stream yet. It's just came out like less than a month ago, okay? I'm going to keep mentioning this for the next couple weeks. There is, oh yeah, I just passed it. Who's there? Yeah. So there is a little bit more to 누구 and 누가. My new book that came out with Talk to Me in Korean, The Common Mistakes Korean Learners Make, also has a chapter. I think there's 2 chapters actually about, using who's who. No, that's what I already taught. This is what I just taught you guys right now. This is a different usage, another way that it can be used. I'm not going to be talking about it today because that would be a long lesson, but there's a little bit more to it than that. But the basics are that. If you know what I just told you, you're not going to misuse it. So don't worry about that. So moving on, the next word we have is how to say what. And I'll give you the basic one first. What is the official, standard, formal, I'll say, way to say what in Korean? But 9 times out of 10, this is the way you should learn. This is the way that you'll see, and this is the way you should use it. But just know that this also exists. It's the exact same meaning. Oh, I got a donation. Wow. Let's see, who's that? New member. Welcome, Alexis Franklin. Alexis. Thanks, welcome to the family, Alexis. I hope you enjoy your stay. If you check out the community tab, you can see there are a couple member-only posts. I just put one up yesterday. There's some bloopers for the interviews, the street interviews I did. Those are for any member can see those right now. Yeah, thanks. Welcome. Okay, so 뭐 means what, and that's all it is. You can, if you want to use 뭐 with an object marker, you just say 뭐를, like that. If you want to use it with the subject marker, you just say 뭐가. There's nothing special that you have to change. 누구 and 누가 was the only one that you have to do that with. So feel good to know that the hardest part is already done. So 누구 and 누가 is probably the hardest word to teach for today's lesson. Kind of until later in the lesson. That will be the easiest one of these words that we're going to be learning for today. So 뭐를, 뭐가, 뭐에게, anything like that. You don't have to use any special rules. 뭐 just means 뭐, what. So I want you guys to make a sentence with 뭐. While you're thinking of it, I'm going to write down 2 example sentences. So go ahead and think of your own sentences while I write these up. I should point out though, anytime you're using 뭐 with 하다, so to do what? Like if you're asking, what are you doing? For example, 뭐 하고 있어요? What are you doing? Literally, are doing, 하고 있어요? 뭐, what? 뭐 하고 있어요? What are you doing currently? Anytime you have 뭐 combined with 하다, there's no space. It actually becomes a new verb. 뭐 하다. 뭐 하다. One verb. Literally to do what? That's just a spelling quirk. You don't have to change the way you say it or anything like that. It conjugates the same, just the way that it's spelled. It becomes one verb like that. So we have 뭐 하고 있어요? What are you doing? And 뭐 좋아해요? 뭐 좋아해요? What do you like? So 뭐 좋아해요? What do you like? Well, I like BTS 좋아해요. Say 뭐 좋아해요? I like pasta. Pasta 좋아해요. Just like that. 뭐, what? So let's see some of the sentences you guys have. 무슨, we're going to talk about 무슨 toward the end of the lesson. Don't worry about that. I will talk about that because that also means what, but it's different. It's a different meaning of what. 어제는 뭐 했어요? Oh yeah, I should say something. This word 뭐 is a noun. It's not an adjective. So if you're using it as an adjective, like what food do you like? What BTS member do you like that, that's incorrect. This is a noun, so you wouldn't be able to use it. So you can't use a noun before another noun. You can't say like what person or what movie or anything like that. We'll talk about how you can later in today's lesson. It can only be used as a noun. So like as in what is it that you like? What is it that you're doing? What is it like that? 저도 BTS 좋아해요. I see. 뭐 먹고 싶어요? What do you want to eat? Okay. 어제 뭐 먹었어요? 이거 뭐지? What is this? Perfect. 오늘 뭐해? What are you doing today? 뭐예요? Perfect. Jason Pan. 이 커피의 이름이 뭐예요? Perfect. Larry Fox. 어제는 뭐 했어요? 요즘 뭐예요? TS. Nice. 빌리 선생님 사과 케이크가 너무 맛있었어요. 만들었어요. Okay. You made a apple cake? Okay. Interesting. I've never tried it. I would try it if someone else gave it to me. 사랑이 뭐예요? J-Hope Toki. This lesson, not to sound like talking down to you or anything, but this lesson will be above your level if you're not yet able to use the basic particles yet. But that's okay. I have a live stream about the particles, so the object marker, topic marker, subject marker, that I would recommend watching first, and then you can come back to this lesson after it's been uploaded once it's done. Because if you're using the particles in that way, you might not be able to follow along with the rest of the lesson that we're doing today. I'd want to make sure you understand the lesson that we're doing for today. 뭐 먹고 있어요. 켄사. 먹어 있어요 is not a grammar form. It would be 먹고, like 고, 있어요. Like that. 당신의 책은 무엇입니까? What is your book? It's the common mistakes Korean learners make. It still shows up close in the close to the top in Talk to Me in Korean's book list. I think it's actually really popular right now. So let's see. 지금 뭐라고? What did you say right now? 뭐 하는 거야? What are you doing? 뭐 봐요? What are you looking at? 뭐라고? Not 라고 있어요. I mean, there is a 뭐라고, but not 뭐라고 있어요. That doesn't make sense. You might try to be saying 뭐라고 하고 있어요. 뭐라고 말하고 있어요. Like, what are you saying? 뭐 하는 거야? Oh, Jason Pan. I have a video I made about the yo form conjugation, present tense, future tense, past tense. I believe I cover that. Oh, no. In my Korean FAQ series, I have a video about 하는 거야 versus 해요. You can check that out. So it's in my Korean FAQ series to answer your question, because I can't answer it right here. 뭐 제가 할 수 있어요? 제가 뭐 할 수 있어요? What can I do? Remember that marvelous marvel. Remember when you use 뭐 with 하다, it becomes 뭐 하다 as one verb. It doesn't split up like that. Okay, 뭐 봤어요? Nice. So yes, so this is pretty much all there is to it for what. So let's move on to our next word. Like I said, the lesson is not just teaching you these words. I'm also going to be coming back to them and giving you a little more context, but first we're just going to do the basics. So the next one is where. 어디. I had when I was doing my tutoring video, I did a video about Korean tutoring. This is not related to the lesson. When I did my video about Korean tutoring, I hired several tutors on the website Italki just to try it out and see, because I'd never done private tutoring before. I never received private tutoring. So I signed up with several tutors. I had a bunch of credit I'd gotten for free just over the years. It's like give out free credit. I never used it. So I'm like, let me just use a bunch of trial lessons. So I did a bunch of trial lessons. And I'm speaking Korean with Koreans and telling them, hey, I'm just researching for a video about tutoring. Can you just tutor me? So we did it. They're great, except for one of the tutors who was I think they weren't very good. But I was talking and I was saying like blah, 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 어디 something. And they're like, stop. Wait, Billy, did you just say 어디? I'm like, yeah, 어디. 어디예요? Where is it? And they're like, no. You're saying it wrong. And I was like, my mind's like, flickering. I'm like, wait, what? Have I been saying something wrong for past 14 years? I'm like, let me check it. Okay. 어디. I'm 100% sure I'm saying it correctly. And they're like, no, you're wrong. It should be said as 어디. And I was like, trying not to laugh. I'm like, I didn't want to tell them. I thought it'd be rude. But I'm like, bro, you are speaking dialect right now. So they were trying to correct the regular Seoul dialect. The regular standard pronunciation is 어디, but they were trying to correct it to their local dialect, which I guess they thought was standard Korean. So they told me that 어디 was dialect and the 어디 was standard. And after that, I'm like, okay. And I turned off my brain for the rest of their lesson. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. I think that was the last lesson that I took. And then I made the video, and everything else was great, though. I just thought it was pretty funny, and that 어디 reminded me of that. Okay, so 어디 just means where. If you're using, one thing else I should say, let me give you an example sentence. There's one more thing I need to talk about. 어디에 가고 싶어요? So where do you want to go? 어디에 가고 싶어요? 어디 가고 싶어요? 어디 and 어디에, where to, and 어디 is where. 어디 and 어디에 have the exact same meaning. So it's just like saying, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go to? 어디에. Where do you want to go and where do you want to go to have the exact same meaning. Adding to is a little bit more emphasis that you're going toward a direction, that you're going to a location, but the meaning, the overall meaning is the exact same. So most of the time, 어디 will be used by itself. That's it. 어디 있어요? Where is it? 어디에 있어요? Where is it at? Where is it at to? It's the exact same meaning. So you'll see 어디 and 어디에 used interchangeably, But if you have to pick one, I would just say use 어디. You're going to be right 100% of the time. 어디에 can just be added optionally if you want. It's the same meaning. So that's one thing I wanted to say. So you can see 어디 가고 싶어요 or 어디에 가고 싶어요, and it has the exact same meaning. Where do you want to go? So make your own sentences using 어디, and I will check some of them. 어디. Yeah, I just thought it was hilarious because I was like, and the thing is, I picked, I think it was 5. I did 5 Korean tutors on there, and I picked only ones that had, only ones that had lots of reviews, lots of teaching experience, and 4 out of the 5 had teaching credentials. The one that told me 어디 was one of the ones that had lots of Korean teaching credentials. So I thought like, oh, they're going to be legit. So I picked one person who was just a regular Korean because I wanted to compare, just to kind of see how it went. And that still went fine. And then there's a guy that appears in the video, a Korean guy who was really cool. I'm like, hey, can I use your face in the video? And he's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So he's the one you see in the thumbnail. His name's, he's really nice. I don't think he does italki tutoring though very much. And then, one of the ones I picked also had lots of reviews, and it was just kind of like funny that it was like a person with lots of credentials was trying to teach me dialect without knowing it was dialect. So I think, and they also corrected something else I said. Yeah, they also corrected a few other things that I was pronouncing wrong. After though they said that, I was like, my brain was off. I'm like, okay, well, it's a free lesson anyway. It's a trial lesson, so whatever. Let's see what have you guys got. 어디 가서, okay, that could be part of a sentence. 어디로 가세요? Where are you going to? Okay. 걱정하지 마세요. 하지만 저 찾을 수 있어요. Can you find me? Okay, it doesn't use 어디, but okay. 어디 찾았어요? 이 핸드폰을 어디서? You want to use 어디서. The reason is, so you had a good sentence. You said 어디 찾았어요? Where did you find it? Well, this is not related directly to 어디, which just means where. But if you're using any action at a location, and this is not what today's lesson is about, you'll need to use 서, 에서, actually. Like I said, today's lesson is not a lesson about a and 에서. That would be another like 20 minutes of a lesson to go into. You take a location, you attach 에서, and then you have action. Whatever action verb happens at a location, like studying at the library, finding something at the store, any sort of at meaning that goes with an action verb. Only action verb. Only an action. Not a description, not like 있다, to exist, not 어디에서 있어요, that makes no sense. Has to be an action, doing something, eating, going, studying. Well, actually, going wouldn't even work. Yeah, studying, anything like that, anything that you're doing at a location. 에서, in that case, in that situation, means at. So if you're saying 어디, where did you find it? You have to say 어디에서. 어디에서, since there's an action, 찾다, to find or to locate. However, this is another exception. Remember how I said 어디 has the same meaning as 어디에? Oops, let me rewrite this. Oh, that sounds horrible. Let me rewrite this part so it can be clearer to read. So you have, remember I said 어디 can have the same meaning as 어디에? Well, 어디에서 has the exact same meaning as 어디서. 어디서, here the a can also be removed. So you can say 어디서 찾았어요 or 어디에서 찾았어요. It's the exact same meaning. And in this case, it's also 어디서 is more commonly used than saying 어디에서. Most of the time, 99% of the time, you'll just hear 어디서, where at. But this 서 part doesn't really relate to today's lesson. Just kind of throwing it in here since where did you find it? It's just the word where. So it could be confusing, like, well, it still means where, so why can't I just say 어디? Well, the reason is it is where, but it's being used the same way as it's being used as a location. You normally have to add 에서 whenever you're doing something at a location anyway. So let's see, 2:27, so we're doing good on time. Okay, let's see another sentence. 누가 케이크를 먹었어요? Who ate the cake? Okay, well, you're still doing 누가. We're doing 어디 now. I'm drinking a go-go squeeze. Fascinating. 어디서 왔는지 we stand. Okay? I'll have you know I used to play the violin. Nobody can play sad violin except me, okay? 어디서 왔습니까? Yeah, if you're saying where from, that's different. If you're using the to go and to come verbs, they have different meanings. But when it's used as a location action verb, it always means at. Now this would be a different lesson. If you want, we could go over how to use 서 and 에서 in a different lesson, or a. But for this lesson, location at action verb, always at. Yeah, I showed my someone Matthew Fuller. I showed my Italki tutor your Korean language text, and she said that not a single person in Korea actually says parayo instead of pareo, even though it's technically correct. That's correct. Yeah. But what I was asking them wasn't which one is most common. I was asking which one is the correct answer. So they knew that from the beginning that I was trying to give them tricky questions. So they all got that from the beginning, and they still thought pareo was the correct one. But yeah, parayo, and same with ieo, same with yeo. Like, I rarely see people write yeo. They always write eo. So yeah. 어디든지 가자. 한복은 어디 있습니까? Where is the 한복? Okay. 어디서 먹을래? Where do you want to eat at? I have where are you from stuck in my head. Okay. 기차역이 어디예요? Okay. Where is the train station? Perfect. Nice. Okay. I think you guys have got it. So let's move on. The next word is when. Oh yeah, I switched to another eraser because I thought it was getting tiring that the other eraser was like always broken. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. Why is it so hot? Put that there. I'm going to put on the air conditioner again. Okay, hopefully that works. 언제. I switched to red just because my black marker the cap is so impossible to pull off and put back on. So I'm like, that's it. I'm just switching to red for a little bit because the cap is so much easier. Okay, 언제 means when. When. So, when did you meet? When will you meet? When is the meeting? Try to make a sentence on your own using when, and I'm going to write one up here on the board as well. As far as time goes, we're only a couple minutes behind, so we're pretty good. So I'm going to give you one example here. If you don't know this 가요 form, I did a video about it in a previous live stream about future tense. But if you don't know it, just think of this sentence as saying 어디 가요? I mean 언제 가요? When are you going? Or 갈까요? When should we go? Or when do we go? 어디 가요? 언제 가요? Keep saying 어디. 어디 가요 works too. Okay. So make your own sentences, and I'm going to check those out in just a minute. Turn the AC up from your phone. Yeah, because I got one of those smart thermostats for free through my energy company. So yeah, I installed that as soon as like the first week that I moved into this place. I installed that. So yeah, it was free. It works great. 언제 한국에 갈까요? When should we go to Korea? 언제 숙제를 끝냈어요? When did you finish your homework? Perfect. 언제 먹어요? When are you eating? 언제부터? From when? Okay. 언제가 만날 거예요? 언제가, not 언제가, because 언제 in this case is not a subject. Remember when we did who and what, those could be subjects, like those are nouns. So who is a person, who can do something. What can also be a thing, like what a thing can do something, like what caused it. But when is not a thing, when is not an object. So, when is not a noun. So when cannot do anything like that. When is not going to start the meeting. When is not eating something, because it's just a concept. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to say 언제가 unless you're using it as a subject. So you could say, 언제가 좋아요, when is good, but you wouldn't say 언제가 해요, like when is doing something, because that logically wouldn't make sense because when cannot do anything. So you wouldn't be able to use 언제가 to with an action verb. 언제 돌아갈 거예요? When will you go back? Okay, perfect. Nest does it. Mine's an Ecobee, but yeah, I was gonna get a Nest. I like the Ecobee's features better. I liked not having to pay a monthly subscription just to turn on my air conditioner. So I didn't want to get a Nest. I don't know, actually, maybe they don't have that's right. I just didn't like the company because they charge for all their other stuff like that. So I was like, I'm not doing it. 우리 할아버지가 언제 방문하실 거예요? When will our grandfather visit? Perfect. Or if you were to say 우리 할아버지를 with the object marker 언제 방문하실 거예요? Then it's like, when are you going to visit our grandfather? And you can ask that to maybe someone who's, maybe your boss. You ask that to someone who's older than you. When are you going to visit our grandfather? Like that. So yeah, perfect sentence though. 언제 먹을 거예요? When will we eat? 비가 언제 와요? 언제 비가 와요? When will it rain? I'll talk about the difference between 언제 비가 와요 and 비가 언제 와요 also toward the end of this lesson. Only Abby showed up to the funeral. Shark told to laugh. 음식이 언제 와요? When does the food come? Nice. 언제 미팅 갈까요? When should we go to the meeting? Nice. 나의 할아버지, my grandfather, 언제 김치를 만들어요? 언제 팔 거예요? When will you sell it? Okay, and when will you make kimchi? Perfect. 이 수업이 언제 시작했는지 몰라. I don't know when this class started. Okay, perfect. 언제 김치를 요리해요? When are you cooking kimchi? Okay, 언제 갈 거예요? Well, you wouldn't really 요리해요, cook kimchi, but yeah, you could. I guess you could if you wanted to cook it. Okay, sure. 당신의 비행기는 언제 이륙합니까? When is your plane? Okay. 언제 자러 갑니까? 언제 자러 갔어요? Okay. 생일이 언제예요? Someone said, how do you say when is your birthday? It's a good question. I can write that one up here. This is just for a friend. 생일 means birthday. Literally, 생 is birth, 일 is day. 생일, so birthday. And then 언제. So birthday is when? 언제예요? 생일이 언제예요? When is your birthday? And there are other more polite ways to ask this for people who are older than you, but this is the most common one for just like friends. You're not going to be asking some old guy when his birthday is usually, but Ahimang's got coffee, I guess, and I've got Walmart brand caffeinated beverage. So yeah, 생일이 언제예요? When's your birthday? Literally, when is birthday? Okay, next word. Why? Why? And that is 왜. And there's a little bit more we're going to be talking about for 왜 as well. But first, let's talk about what it means. It means why. Okay, now we're done. So here's an example sentence. Go ahead and try to make an example sentence with why, and I'm going to write one on the board. Something you should note is remember that why, just like in English, is used kind of like an adverb. It's like used like a concept, just like where, or sorry, not like where. Where can be a place. Just like when. When is also a concept. You're not going to say like when ate the pizza because it's just a concept. You're not going to say why something named Y ate the pizza or some object named Y. It's not a thing, right? It's a concept. So adverb is one way you can think of it. Here's an example sentence that I wrote. Very simple. Now you guys try to make your own. So 왜 안 갔어요? 왜 안 갔어요? Why didn't you go? If you're not familiar with 안, it just means not with some verbs. So if you don't know 안, just think of 왜 갔어요? Why did you go? 왜 안 갔어요? Why did you not go? 왜 안 갔어요? So now let's read your sentences. Let's see what you got. Show me what you got. Show me your moves. 왜요? Done. Full sentence. Yeah, Suna, perfect. 왜 이래? Nice. 친구 진주 왜? Why? 왜 이렇게? Alexis Franklin, that would be an incomplete sentence, but a perfect start to a sentence. 왜 이렇게 something, something, something. But just ending it like that wouldn't be finished. Shout out to Walmart. No, I don't like Walmart. They're just cheap. They're just where you can get some stuff. And like grocery, I don't buy groceries at Walmart. I buy like items, like things, snacks. That stuff's cheap at Walmart. Other stuff, they're, I don't know, at that my location, the produce section is not that nice and it's expensive. 왜 했어요? Why did you do it? 왜 갈 거야? Why will you go? 왜 그래? Perfect. 왜 내 말을 흔드는 건데? Okay. 왜 했어요? 왜? Why? Hey. 왜 이거 샀어요? Why'd you buy this? 바보처럼 왜 이렇게 상식이 없어요? Okay. How can you be so stupid like this? 왜 안 말했어? Joe L. Reed. 안 cannot be stuck in front of any verb. I have a live stream about using 안 and other negatives that you should check out for a summary of why. 내 말을 왜 버렸어요? 필요하잖아요. Why'd you throw it away? We need it. 왜 나의 밥 먹었어? 죽을래? Why'd you eat my food? You wanna die? 왜 이렇게 가슴이 아프죠? Why does my heart pain so much? Okay. 왜 나쁜 사람 될 거야? Why are you gonna be a bad person? 왜 이름이 없어요? Why don't you have a name? Okay. 왜 마지막 쿠키 먹었어? Why'd you eat the last cookie? 방을 왜 청소. No. It's not 서, 청서, it's 청소. Other than that, perfect sentence. So just a spelling mistake. 방을 왜 청소 안 했어요? 왜 혼자 사랑하고 it's an incomplete sentence, fluffy sugar cookies. Lazy student, 강민수 왜? Yeah, sure. Okay. 왜 나빠요? Why is it bad? 왜 고양이를 사고 있어요? Why are you buying a cat? Okay. 한국은 왜 좋아요? Why is Korea good? Why do you like Korea? 이 수업이 왜 아주 지루해요? Oh, Larai Fox throwing some shade. Why is this class very boring? Okay, let's go on. Let's go to the next one. I like my sentence. 왜 고양이를 사고 있어요? Why are you buying a cat? Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about why is actually, why can also mean one more thing in certain situations. Can also mean what. As in English only, it can translate as what. The literal meaning of 왜 is 100% why all the time, every day, 24/7. It always just means why. Never actually changes meaning. But in some situations, it can translate to what. For example, if a Korean just says 왜, 왜요, it can mean either why, or it could mean what. By that, I mean whenever you're saying 왜 봐요? 아니 왜 봐? 왜 봐요? 왜? Why are you looking? This is if you look at if someone's staring at you and you're wondering why are you looking at me? In English we would say what, right? We'd say what is it? We want to ask them directly the reason, so we say what is it? We don't say why in English. I keep switching Korean to English. If someone's staring at us for a long time and you look over at them, you're like, what? Right? You say, what? In Korean, they directly say, 왜, 왜요? You know, 왜 for a friend, 왜요 for other people. 왜요? The reason is what they're saying is, why are you looking at me? 저를 왜 봐요? 저를 왜 보고 있어요? 저를 왜 보세요? Like that. That's what they mean. Why are you looking at me? So they will say 왜. They will not say 뭐. If you were to say 뭐, that's like, come on, dude, what's up? What's up, bro? What's up, punk? 뭐 is a harsher way. So if someone's staring at you and you go, 뭐, that's like, dude, back off. Quit it out. Like, cut it out. You're weird. Like, what's wrong with you? So it's harsher. That's not what you would normally say if someone's staring at you and you just want to say, what? What is it? What is it? So yeah, in Korean you would say 왜, 왜요, if you want to ask someone why they're looking at you, which in English we would just say what. So that's why you sometimes could see this translated as what, but it's not actually changing meaning. It's just that's why they would say it. That's 왜 they say it that way. Sorry. Let me just go shut off my stream. I'll be right back. Okay, the next one we're going to be learning about is 어떻게. 어떻게 means how. It's right in capital letters. Okay. How. 어떻게. 어떻게 does not mean 어떻게. That's totally unrelated. That is a different verb. Same pronunciation. 어떻게요, 어떻게. But it doesn't mean how. So if someone says, if a Korean's like in a drama and they're like, 아니 어떡해, like, you know, like that, just exactly like that, that's how they act. They are saying this. They are not saying 어떡해. The pronunciation is the exact same because of pronunciation rules. This before this causes this to become a strong sound. 어떡해. Here too, this before this, either way, if this one comes before or after, it makes this a strong sound. 어떡해. 어떡해요. 어떡해. Same sound. This one just means what do we do? Or what do I do? You know, what will you do? What would you do? Okay, what do you do? So this one is how, and this one's what do you do or what do we do, which is kind of like what we'd say in English. We would just say, oh no, you know, oh no, there's a problem. Oh no, what do I do? 어떡해요? 어떡해. What do I do? Oh no, 어떡해. Oh no. That's what it means. So unrelated, but related because it has the same sound. So that's what it is. I've seen a lot of beginners write 어떡해, thinking that it means, thinking that their favorite Korean drama celebrities are saying how. They're not. They're saying 어떡해. How, I mean, what do I do? So yeah, 어떡해 just means how. And try to make a sentence with this. I'm going to give you one of my own though while you're doing that. So go ahead and try to make your own sentence first. And here's mine. Which reminds me, I need to make a new donation goal because I realized that they're going to be coming out with a new camera maybe at the end of this year or early next year that I'll have to buy to upgrade my old 5-year-old camera. So I'll probably start, maybe next week I'll put up like a donation goal so I can see if I can get that paid for from donations from chat. Okay. 한국어를 어떻게 배웠어요? Korean, 한국어, Korean. You also might know 한국말, same thing, 한국어. It's a little bit more common. 어떻게, how. 배우다 is to learn, so 배웠어요. How, learn, how, Korean. Now note that 어떻게, just like the others, are adverbs, so you use them directly before the verb. If you have other things in the sentence. If it's just how did you learn, 어떻게 배웠어요, how, learn, it's easy. But as soon as you add in something else, 한국어를, like whatever it is you learned, 어떻게 kind of works like an adverb. So that means it goes directly before the verb. It doesn't have to though. We'll talk about that soon in the lesson. You might see 어떻게 한국어를 배웠어요, and that's perfectly legitimate too. I'm just making let you guys know that often these will act just like adverbs and adverbs will always add to the verb. They'll always go directly before the verb. So if you want to arrange this as 어떻게 한국어를 배웠어요, you're perfectly fine as well. But my sentence is this. 한국어를 어떻게 배웠어요? How did you learn Korean? So now let me take a look at your sentences. Let's see what you guys have got. Juho Holly. Oh my God, I thought they were always saying how. Yeah, I think most people thought they were saying how. I mean, people who are still learning basic Korean would think they say how. 김밥을 어떻게 만들어요? Noah Deeps, you have you're missing a 만. It just says 마. But other than that, yeah, correct. 윤기의 코를 어떻게 이렇게 코가 Leu. You should say 코가 because there is for doing something to something, but you're just describing it, so it has to be 가 there. 한국어를 어떻게 공부해요? How do I study Korean? 어떻게 해? 공부해. You wrote 해로, should be 해요. Jason Pan. 공항에 어떻게 가요? How do I go to the airport? Okay. 어떻게 만들었어? How did you make it? Nice, nice. Oh, Jason Pan, I see you already corrected that to you. Sorry, I'm like at the top. I'm trying to catch up really quick. 바보처럼 왜 이렇게 상식이 없어요? Okay, nice. 어떻게 학교에 가요? How do you go to school? 버스를 어떻게 탑니까? 김치를 어떻게 만들어요? Sony A7R. No, the GH6 Zami. Because I have the GH3 and a G85, but I need to upgrade my GH3 because it doesn't quite hold up alongside my G85 anymore. 사진을 어떻게 찍어요? Abby, you'd want to change it to that. Those creepy grabby spirit fingers or you won't get any donation. What's the creepy grabby? Oh, when I'm like this? Yeah, sorry. 이거 어때요? 미안해요. 미안해서 어떡해요? No, remember JY, I just taught about that. That it's not that same 어떡하다. I think my comments are posting late. Perhaps. Isn't 어떡해 to say I'm sorry to hear that as well? Yeah, you can use it for that. Though literally it just means like, oh no, or what are you going to do? But yeah, it can also be used in that sense as sorry. Actually, that's one of the lessons you can find among many others in my brand new book. Like, home shopping channel. And if you call in the next 5 minutes, okay, 인터넷에서 배우고 있는데 빨리 배우고 싶으면 어떻게 해야 돼요? Perfect. Nice long sentence. 어떻게 멀었어요? 어떻게 멀었어요? Well, I'm not sure what you're trying to say, Marvelous Mario. You're trying to say how... I'm not sure. 나 어떡하죠? What do I do? Okay. 저는 한국어를 혼자 공부해요. Okay. 빌리 선생님의 수업으로 배웠어요. 부산으로 가려면 어떻게 가야 돼요? Kevin Fu, nice. 어떻게 거기에 갈까요? How would we go there? How shall we go there? Okay. 도서관에 어떻게 가요? How do you go to the library? 지민이 어떻게 만나요? How is 지민이 going to meet someone? Remember you said 지민 E as in the subject marker. So now in that sentence, Fluffy Sugar Cookies, 지민 is the one meeting someone, not the one being met. So if you wanted to specify that, you would say 지민이를 어떻게 만나요? How are you going to meet 지민? Though in context, you might not need that. But without any context, it could be a bit vague whether 지민 is the person that's meeting or 지민 is being met. 사과를 떨어뜨렸어. I dropped an apple. 떨어뜨렸어. 어떻게? What do I do? I dropped the apple. 고양이는 우리 집에 어떻게 해요? 집에 TS. I also just talked about 어떻게요 not meaning that. 어떻게요 only means how. 오늘 나의 토끼가 죽었어. 어떻게? Oh no. My little brother had a rabbit when we were kids. She had 2. And yeah, both of them died. That's what rabbits do. They eat and they die. 나 핸드폰을 책상 위에 어떻게 넣어요? You're really close. You had 책상 E, but you don't need the E. It's just 책상. And not 나 핸드폰을, but 내, like my cell phone. Or unless you want to say, how do I put a cell phone, you'd want to use 내 핸드폰 to say my cell phone. 화장을 어떻게 했어요? How did you do the makeup? Okay. How much is that? What currency is that? Senu Bora. I don't even know what currency that is. Quick, Ahimon, save me. Tell me what currency that is. It could be like $1 or it could be like $2. I don't know. Senu Bora. That's an Indian rupee. Okay, I'm going to put R roop. I'll put I, lowercase I with an R-U-P. So I-roop. I-rupee. Sounds like a new Apple device. 5 USD. Nice. Thank you. Oh, I put that there. Okay. Gotta keep track. Thank you, Sanu B. If you pay it in Indian rupees, it makes me feel like it's a gigantic donation too. So I gotta give you a dab for that. A dab to India. To my Indian brothers and sisters who I have no genetic connection to, but still, you're my brothers and sisters. Okay, that's why I'm confused. I have a bad sense of here. Okay, 화장실 어디 있어요? Okay, nice. All right, and let's do our next one. So now we're at 50. Okay, perfect. One more thing we have to learn about 어떻게 is that, remember how I was teaching you how 왜 can also mean what? Well, that's not the only word that can also mean what. 어떻게 always means how, literally. Okay? Just like how I said 왜 always means why. But it could mean what when you're saying like, what are you looking at? Like, why are you looking at me? Literally. Well, how can also mean what? in some cases, although it literally always means how. It can mean what when you're talking about thinking, feeling, like 느끼다, some sort of like emotion, as in how do you feel? We might say in English, what do you feel? Like what do you feel like about that, or how do you feel? I guess we'd still say how do you feel about that. But anyway, it also means what. It also can mean what in this situation. You'd use 어떻게 with how you're feeling. Use 어떻게 with how you're thinking. So instead of saying what do you think, 뭐 생각해요? 뭐 생각하다, which is wrong. This literally would mean what are you thinking about? Like it doesn't even mean thinking about. It just means like what thing are you thinking? It makes no sense in a lot of situations. They say, how do you think? How do you think about something? How do you think about Billy's teaching? How do you think about, YouTube videos? Anything like that. How? Also, so let me give you an example of that. Very common, actually, let me give you a full example of that so you can use it. So let's say something, 에 대해, optionally, 에 대해서. So there's a space here. 에 대해서, separate words. So 에 is the particle here that goes after the noun. 에 대해서, about. This means about. This 에 대해 means about. And then 어떻게. 생각하세요, or just 생각해요 if you're talking with your friends. 생각해. So this is a full sentence. So you could just say 어떻게 생각해요? 어떻게 생각하세요? What do you think? But if you want to say what do you think about, and you want to specify, make it more specific, then you can add about something. So 빌리의 책. So Billy's book. 그 책에 대해서, 그 책에 대해, about that book. 어떻게 생각해요? What do you think about Billy's book? What do you think about the book? Or 철수 씨. What do you think about 철수 씨에 대해? 어떻게 생각하세요? What do you think about 철수? Or just, we're talking about 철수. 어떻게 생각해? 어떻게 생각해요? What do you think about him? In context, you might not need to say what it is you're talking about. So yeah, literally, how do you think about? But when it's used in English, when you translate it in English, you get a meaning of what do you think about? Let me add one more meaning. There's also one more thing you need to know about how to use 어떻게. There's another meaning that it can have in English. So first, write this down if you don't have it. Too slow. One more usage of 어떻게 is with the verb 되다, to become. Or just to be, depending on the translation. So 어떻게 되다, 어떻게 with 되다 has a completely different meaning. It literally just means how does something become? Or what is the makeup of something? What is the structural makeup of some noun? Noun, 이, 가. So you have noun and then the subject marker, or the topic marker can also work. 은 or 는. But for this form, I'll keep things simple. Just use the subject marker. Noun, 이 or 가. 어떻게, and then you'll ask 되다 as a question. So it could be 돼요 or 되세요. 됩니까? This is how you ask someone to tell you about something. Now, it doesn't literally mean tell you about. As I said, it's like, how does this what is this structurally made up of? What is the structural makeup of this noun? Would be a good way to translate it literally. So you could say 가족, so family. 가족이 어떻게 되세요? What is the structural makeup of your family? To which they will reply, well, I have, older brother, older sister, younger brother, two parents, like that. You could ask, 취미. Hobby. 취미가 어떻게 돼요? 어떻게 되세요? What is the structural makeup of your hobbies? So, it sounds awkward. That's just the literal meaning. And more naturally, we would just say in English, hey, tell me about your hobbies. To which they will reply, well, I like, competitive knitting and skateboarding on the water, whatever. So 취미가 어떻게 돼요? Another one, a very polite way to ask someone their age. Actually, let's do their name first. 성함. 성함 is a polite word for 이름, for name. 성함. 성함이 어떻게 되세요? What is the structural makeup of your name? Well, my name is Billy Go, like that, how they would answer. Or one more, how you would ask someone their age. The polite way to ask someone's age is with 연세. So 연세 is just a polite version of 나이. 나이 means age. So 연세. 연세가 어떻게 되세요? Tell me the structural makeup of your age. 연세. And then they would tell you, I'm 154. You're like, you are lying. You liar. Anything you want to ask someone about, you can do it politely by using 어떻게 되세요? It doesn't necessarily need to be polite though. 어떻게 되다, 어떻게 돼요, 어떻게 돼, in itself is not a formal form, but it works in any situation when you want to sound more polite. So it doesn't have, like I said, this isn't going to make anything you ask polite all of a sudden. If you're asking someone like some rude question with this, it could still be rude. This doesn't make it suddenly magically polite, but this is also a completely fine way that you can ask anything from casual questions, like you can ask someone's age. You don't have to use the formal one. You can just use 나이, which means age, the regular word for age, or 이름 for a name. 이름이 어떻게 돼요? What's your name? It's much more polite than just saying 이름이 뭐예요? Or 나이가 뭐예요, which makes no sense anyway. So, and it literally means tell me about something. I got a donation. Wow, it's a big donation this time. Alexis F., you joined and gave a donation. Awesome, thank you. Let me just read this. Alexis F., 20. Nice. 별자리가 어떻게 되세요? what's my constellation? Usually they'll ask actually by asking someone's 띠. 띠. 띠 means their constellation, like you're one of the 12 constellations. They use it as 띠. But you could add, constellation, 별자리. I am the 쌍둥이. 쌍둥이 means the twins. 쌍 is twin. 둥이 is like, kind of like a person. 쌍둥이, so twins, or Gemini, they would say in English. I was born in June. Now it's August. Okay, so 2 months ago, I was born June 15th. So I am 쌍둥이. I don't think that means anything, but that's what it is. Thank you, I appreciate it though, for the, not 20, for the $15 donation. And I'll give you a dab for that. So yeah, anything helps me to save up eventually to buy my new camera. Like I said, I don't know when it's going to be. They didn't even announce it yet. I just know it'll come out the end of this year. So thank you. Let's read some of the comments for a second. Do you know Mass Effect? No, I never. I only know the basis of it. I've heard about it. And I heard the third one was very disappointing. 그 말의 의미는 어떻게 되세요? Okay, yeah. 어떻게 되세요? Someone asked again, Sony A7R4? No, not the Sony. I'm not interested in the Sony ones for a lot of reasons. I do like Panasonic. Okay, so yeah, that's how you ask about anything you want. 어떻게, literally, how does it become? What is the structural makeup of it? Or more naturally, just tell me about something. Okay, now we are done with 어떻게. Now it is time to move on to emphasis. So I told you that you can have a sentence where the question word comes directly before the verb, or the question word comes at the beginning of a sentence. So let me give you an example. 왜 피자를, actually I'll do this. So we've got option A and we've got option B over here. 왜 피자를 좋아해요? Why do you like pizza? Or 피자를 왜 좋아해요? Option B. So read both of these sentences and just kind of play them to yourself and think about it for a second. What possibly might the difference in these two sentences be? Literally, they have the exact same meaning. Why? Pizza, you like it. Pizza, why do you like it? The difference in meaning between these two sentences is not literal. The literal meaning is both, why do you like pizza? The only difference is the emphasis. So now, both of these are completely fine. So if you think, oh, if I misplaced it here, I put it here at the beginning of a sentence, or I put it here, you're not wrong. You're going to be okay. It's not even going to sound unnatural if you use one or the other. It'll just have a slightly different meaning. Using it in directly before the verb. So if you use it as an adverb, in the case of be, it adds emphasis to the word. So what do I mean by emphasis? Why versus why. Both of them are perfectly fine. Do you want to ask someone, why do you like pizza? Why do you like pizza? Is one better than the other? No. Is there a time when you'd want to say one or the other? Sure. Maybe your friend's talking about, everyone loves to hate on pineapple pizza. I like pineapple pizza, but everyone loves to hate on pineapple pizza. So you might want to say, why do you like pineapple pizza? Well, you don't want to say, why do you like pineapple pizza? Because you don't care. You're prejudiced against pineapple before they even tell you. You're like, why do you like pineapple pizza? Why? Well, pineapple pizza를 왜 좋아해요? Like that. So that's the slight difference between the two forms. But both of them are legitimate, and you're not going to be wrong if you ask someone, why do you like it? Or, here, why? Or directly before the verb, like an adverb. Both are perfectly acceptable. It's almost like a meme to hate pineapple pizza. I guess some people hate it because they don't like fruit on their pizza. But I guess since I've grown up having it since I was a kid, every now and again, although I haven't had it probably in the past like 10 years maybe. But yeah, I think it's acceptable. I don't eat it, but I don't have anything against it. Let's do another sentence. Oops, I was like, wait, this feels wrong. This feels weird while I'm writing it. Maybe I should just look at whatever. Okay. I wasn't even sure what I wrote. 누가 제 케이크를 먹었어요? Versus, okay, let's do this as A, and this is B. So 누가 제 케이크를 먹었어요? Versus 제 케이크를 누가 먹었어요? 제 케이크 누가 먹었어요? Who ate my cake? Who ate my cake? Who ate my cake? This one's going to be more natural, though, in that sense. I mean, you're not going to really say, who ate my cake? You're more often just going to say, who ate my cake, right? It's not always necessary to emphasize. So in this case, I think 누가 제 케이크를 먹었어요? It sounds even a little more natural, I guess, just because, I don't really see a need that you need. I don't see that you need to really emphasize who ate my cake. Maybe like you asked 누가 제 케이크를 먹었어요? No one's saying anything. So you want to emphasize it. You'd say 누가 먹었어요? Like to emphasize it afterward, but otherwise no. But you can use either one. So you want to emphasize the question word, put it directly before the verb. If not, put it at the beginning of the sentence. But it'll still grammatically and literally make perfect sense. Let's do let's do the next one. So we are at 3:06. Let me check the chat for just a moment, and then we will continue with the second part of our lesson. This is part 2. So now we're moving up a little bit. Moving on up. Actually, let me write them different. Let me write them a little bigger. This is part 2 of our lesson where we're learning a little more. Okay. 누구 Fluffy sugar, 누가. Who eats cake? I feel guilty like we're not 100% focusing. That's fine. I expect that. Bananas are berries. Strawberries are fruits. I don't know. I just call everything a vegetable. You can't be wrong, right? Oh no. Everything. Yeah, I guess that still could be wrong. Everything is vegetation. Everything's plant. Then you're not wrong. But yeah, I guess tomatoes fruit because of the seeds, the way that it works with its seeds or something, or the nutrition wise. I don't know. You say tomato, I say tomato. So 생일이 같습니다. We have the same birthday. Who has the same birthday? Mine's June 15. Bananas are berries. Okay, I guess so. Everything is a fruit. All right. Tomatoes are berries. Yeah, tomatoes would be berries too, right? They grow on vines just like berries. They're like balls, just like in cherry. Tomatoes are definitely like berries. It's all botanical terms. Okay. Tomatoes are berries, not in my house. All right. So the next thing we're going to be learning about is how to say someone, something, somewhere, or someday. Now, 뭔가 you also might see 무엇, just like before, 무엇인가. But the idea is you're adding this 은가. You're not adding 은가. 은가 means poop. You're not adding 은가. You're adding 인가 or the nian ka to the end of these who, what, where, and when, and you get the meaning of someone. Now this is not 누가, it's only 누구. So it's only 누군가. There is not a separate 누가인가. That makes no sense. 누군가 now is a noun that can be used any way you want. It can be used as an object of a verb, like some verb is doing something to it. It can be the one doing the verb. Easy. Something, someone, something. Like I said, it's 뭔가, which is more common. Or you might also see 무엇인가, much less common. 어딘가, somewhere. And 언젠가, 언제 is when. So there's no such thing as some when, but you might say someday, someday, sometime, like that. So let's go over each one. First of all, we have 누군가. So let's do a sentence with 누군가. Well, we can have, actually, let me do one of these at a time. So let's erase this then. I keep writing nu. What is nu? Because like my brain's thinking faster than my hands are writing. I'll just do 거야. Let's keep it casual because I don't have any space. 누군가를 만날 거야. 누군가를 만날 거야. Who will you meet? 누군가를 만날 거야. Not who will you meet, but I will meet someone. Or will you meet someone? Actually, I guess it's a question, so it has to be will you meet someone. So 누군가를 만날 거야. Will you meet someone? So now we don't have 누구. 누구를 만날 거야 would be who are you meeting? But we have 누군가를 만날 거야. Will you meet someone? Someone. Or 누군가 could be doing something. So 누군가가. This is not the 누구. 누누. I keep writing 누누. This is not the 누구 plus 가. This is not the same 가. This is this. 인가. It's unrelated to the 가 subject marker. So you can add 가 onto 누군가 if you want. 누군가가. Or just say 누군가. Koreans often don't use all the particles anyway. And in this case, 누군가가 can sound a bit repetitive. So often you'll just hear 누군가. Or as you can say, 누군가가 만들었어요. 누군가 만들었어요. Someone made it. Someone will meet him. You know, they can be the person doing something, or something can be happening to them. But anyway, it's someone. Use it any way you want. 누군가. After I teach you these, then I'm going to have you guys make your own sentences using some of them. So you can pick which ones you want to use. The next one is 뭔가. 거기서, at, there, which 거기에서. So 거기 is there, at that location. 거기서 뭔가를 사고 싶어요. Let's do that. 뭔가, something. There. So notice, because this is not the subject marker, it's not 뭐 plus 가, it's 뭐 plus 인가. There, you can attach the object marker. It's completely normal because this is not, if this was the subject marker, you could not attach the object marker after it. But because it's originally not from the subject marker, you can. 거기서 뭔가를 사고 싶어요. So I want to buy, 사고 싶어요, 사다, to be to buy, something, 뭔가, something, there. So I want to buy something there. Like, oh, I want to go to the department store. I want to buy, 거기서 뭔가를 사고 싶어요. I really want to buy something there. Next word that I'm giving you an example is somewhere. 어딘가에서 본 것 같아요. Okay, let's do this. 어딘가에서. See, we can attach 에서 here because 어딘가 is 어디 plus 인가. It's not 어디가. If it were 어디가, you could not then attach 에서. Like, that is the subject. At the subject, it would make no sense. 어딘가에서, so at somewhere. E-W-H-E-R-E. So at somewhere. And then this is a grammar form that is more for intermediate. So if you don't know this, don't worry about it. If you don't know this, just think of it as 봤어요. I saw. But this form I use 본 거 같아요. I think I saw. So I think I saw it at somewhere. I think I saw it somewhere. 어딘가에서 본 거 같은데? 어딘가에서 본 거 같아요. 어딘가에서 봤어요. I saw it. You know, if you just want to straight up say I saw it. 어딘가에서 봤어요. I saw it somewhere. 본 거 같아요. I think I saw it somewhere. 어딘가에서, at. Next one. Someday or sometime. 언젠가 또 만나요. 만나다 meaning to meet. 또 meaning again, like once more. I'll meet you again sometime, someday. 언젠가 또 만나요. Meet you again someday. Maybe never, but you know, someday. Who knows? Someday. Tomorrow? 10 years later? I don't care. Someday. Hey, dude, let's meet up. Let's meet up and party. Yeah, sure, let's do that someday. Yeah, someday, that sounds great. So, you know, it could mean actually someday, like sometime, or it could mean just like in English, you know. Yeah, sure, see you again someday. Like never. So yeah, 언젠가 또 만나요. Let's meet again someday. Perfectly fine. It has both of those meanings just like in English. So it could really mean someday, or it could mean, you know, someday. Well, I don't know when. So yeah, 언젠가 또 만나요. Meet you again someday. We'll meet again someday. Okay, now I've given you one example of each of these. I want you to make your own sentences in the chat, and I'm going to check those for a bit, and then we'll move on to the next. We'll take it up to the next level. There's another level of complication that I'm going to bring it up to right after this. So this is a beginner lesson, I admit, but we are going to enter a little bit higher, like high beginner, low intermediate concept in a second. 밤 어딘가에서 만나요. 밤? 어딘가에서 만나요 is fine, but 밤, I'm not sure what you're trying to say by 밤. 밤 could mean chestnut. I don't think that's what you're talking about. Oh yeah, 거기서 could be 거기에서. Same thing. 거기서, 거기에서. But when attached to like things like 어디, where, it becomes just 어디서 more commonly. 거기 as well as 저기 and 여기, here, there, and there. Those also can become 여기서 instead of 여기에서 and 거기서, 저기서, just like that. You also talk about how 누구 can mean both who and someone. Yeah, that's the next part that we're going to be going into. That's the next level. 누군가 나의 밥 먹었어. Someone ate my food. Someone ate my meal. 언젠가 한국에 가고 싶어요. Noah Deeps. Nice. Yes. 언젠가 twice 만나요. Someday I'll meet twice. 언젠가 twice 만나요. Me too. Someday I tease Ahi망. 저도 언젠가 BTS를 만날 거예요. Someday I will meet BTS. Just wait. I'll have to wait until they're completely retired and old men, and then I'll be like, "Hey there, Shawnees, come in here for a photo. Let's make a collab video." I'll meet with all the BTS members. They'll have like canes, but one of them will like start breakdancing on the floor and like bust his hip. You know, we'll be really old, but someday, 언젠가, I'll meet BTS. Or next year, we'll see. 언젠가 살 거야? Yeah, perfect. I'll buy it someday. 맛있는 뭔가를 먹고 싶어요. Okay, I want to eat something. I want to eat something that's good. 뭔가를 먹고 싶어요. I want to eat something. 뭔가 맛있는 거를 먹고 싶어요. Usually they'd say 뭔가 맛있는 거. Something, like something that's good. Holding up a sign saying, wish Ahi망 was here. Yeah, exactly. If you're still alive too, you know, they're going to be like 80 or 90 in this situation in my head. 거기서 누군가 너에게 보고 있어요. 너에게? I'm not sure what the 에게, to look at you, is there, but you would just use the object marker. Looking, to see someone is looking at you. 즉 그냥 너 보고 있어. But you couldn't use 보고 있어요 because 요 itself is a more polite ending, but 너 is a very impolite word for you. It's very rude. So it would have to match. He does have a better chance. Yeah, it's true. I do have a good chance that I can meet BTS someday. I mean, I did get to meet Purple Beck, you know. They're someone they're I think they're doing pretty well. They debuted and they're still brand new in Korea though, so Koreans don't know them, but they're doing pretty good outside of Korea. And, you know, maybe I can get a connection through them. Who knows? 여기 뭔가 사고 싶어요. 모르겠지만. You wrote 몰라지만, but 몰라 is already conjugated. And 지만 does not attach to the conjugated verb. It attaches to the verb stem. I actually have a live stream about 지만. It's one of my first 1 or 2 live streams I did. So check that out for a reason why. 어딘가 예쁜 곳에 가고 싶어요. So I want to go somewhere that's pretty. Stephanie Stanfield. Perfect. I want to go someplace that's pretty. 언젠가 휴가를 가야 돼. Okay, nice. 언젠가 우리 다 만날 거야. Not 개야. 만날 거야. Someday we will all meet together. I'm going to help you film. That's right. Ahi망 will come help me film. If she's in Korea or wherever BTS come. You know, I don't know. Maybe they're going to come to my house for a special video. We'll see. 언젠가 비민 여자? What? 만날 I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say, Noah Deeps. Could you try again? Purple Beck is cool. Yeah, I had a lot of fun meeting them. It was cool. I know they're like a newer celebrity group, but it still felt like I was meeting a really big celebrity group. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. That was a good experience. I hope to do that more. 언젠가 한국어를 배울 거예요. Someday I will learn Korean. DEL. Perfect, except the 에요 at the end should be 예요. But yes, perfect. I told you I would swim. All right. 노래방에서 Journey 언젠가 you'll sing Journey, the band. Yeah, good luck with that. They got crazy vocals. Okay. So let's move on to the next part of our lesson. This is actually the fun part of our lesson. Let's take it up to the next level. So using the words that we already did, let's take some of these words because you can't do it with all of these words. Some of these words, actually I wrote that too big. Now I can't even write them all here. Okay, some of these words they moonlight as something else. 뭐, 누구, 어디, and sometimes 언제. We'll talk about this one later. Okay, 뭐, 누구, 어디. What, who, where. these words also can mean, these also can be used to mean something else. 뭐 by itself can also mean the same thing as 뭔가. 누구 can also mean 누군가. 어디 can also mean 어딘가. And 언제 can also mean, sometimes, we'll talk about that, 언젠가. Just, oh, that's horrible. I don't even know what I wrote there. Okay, you don't have to do anything else you don't have to do anything special to the sentence. Instead of using 뭔가, you can just use 뭐. Instead of using 누군가, 어딘가, or 언젠가, you can just replace those in the sentence with 누구, 어디, 언제. Super easy, right? So those words I just taught you, 뭔가, 누군가, 어딘가, 언젠가, are still used when you want to emphasize, like if it could be vague otherwise. For example, if you wanted to write down on a paper, I ate something. You want it to be very clear you're saying, you're not asking what did you eat, but you want it to be very clear that it's a statement that you're just saying I ate something. Just use 뭔가 to be clear. But in conversation, more often, you will not hear 뭔가, 누군가, 어딘가, 언젠가. Most of the time. My voice, like I go through puberty sometimes when I get excited about something I'm teaching. Most of the time, guys. 뭐, 누구, 어디, and 언제 have the exact same meaning. So you use these instead. So in the exact same way, you can say, like for a previous example, let me do this one. You can say like, oh, here we go. Squeaky, squeaky. 뭐 만들었어요? 뭐, what, or something. And I'll tell you how you can tell the difference. So if you saw this sentence written on the board, what would you think it meant? Would you think it means 뭐 만들었어요? Like, what did you make? 뭐 만들었어요? Or would you think it means something? Like, did you make something? 뭐 만들었어요? Well, if you want it to be really clear, you don't want anyone ever to confuse what you wrote, then just use 뭔가 if you want it to be something and use what as 뭐. But in spoken Korean, I'll say this again. In written Korean, just use 뭔가 if you want to be clear that it means something. Though it doesn't have to be, even in written Korean, it's often just okay to write this in context. But if you just want it to be very clear, just use 뭔가, 누군가, 어딘가, 언젠가 to say who, somewhere, something like that. But if you're speaking, this is a million times more common than saying 뭔가. So when does it mean what? And when does it mean something? So when would this sentence mean what did you make? And when would this sentence mean did you make something? It all has to do with the context of the sentence. Sorry, not the context. Let me say that again. It all has to do with the emphasis that you give to the words in the sentence. And it's actually much easier than you might think. It's not hard. If you want this word to mean what, and this should be taught to beginners when they first learn 뭐, 누구, 어디, 언제, but it can't be because it's also difficult to get. You have to understand this usage before you can learn it. But this is like super beginner concept also. You have to emphasize whenever you use a question word. So if you wanted to say, what did you eat? You want to say, 뭐 먹었어요? 뭐 먹었어요? If you want to say, who did you meet? 누구를 만났어요? Notice how I'm emphasizing 누구를 만났어요? Where did you go? 어디 갔어요? 어디 갔어요? When did you go? 언제 갔어요? 어떻게 했어요? No, how did you do it like that? But anyway, we're only talking about these though. Only these 4 words. So you normally will emphasize these in a sentence anyway. You would say, 뭐 만들었어요? What did you make? What did you make? If, however, you do not emphasize the word, but instead emphasize the verb, whatever the verb is, it can be really long, it can be like a mile away at the end of the sentence, it doesn't matter, the verb. Then this becomes, if this is not emphasized, I don't know what I'm doing. Sized, then it becomes the something meaning. And the same thing applies to 누군가, 어딘가, 언젠가. If you do not emphasize 뭐, 누구, 어디, or 언제 in a sentence, and instead emphasize the verb, it means something, someone, somewhere, someday. So if you were to say 뭐 만들었어요? 뭐 했어요? What did you eat? Sorry, what did you make? 뭐 먹었어요? What did you eat? 뭐 했어요? What did you do? But if you were to instead not emphasize that word and emphasize the verb, 뭐 했어요? 뭐 만들었어요? 뭐 먹었어요? Now it means, did you do something? Did you eat something? Did you make something? So that's all you have to do is change the emphasis. Instead of emphasizing the word, the question word, just emphasize the verb instead. 뭐 만들었어요? Did you make something? 뭐 만들었어요? What did you make? That's it. Super easy. But 9 times out of 10, actually 99 times out of 100, you will use 뭐 instead of 뭔가, unless you're worried about it being vague. So let me give you another example. Let me give you examples with each of these. So another one. 누구? Actually, let's do 만났어요. That's a little better. Fits a little bit easier here. Instead of saw, let's do meet. 누구 만났어요? Who did you meet? 누구 만났어요? 누구 만났어요? 누구 만났어요? Notice the emphasis is on the verb. 누구 만났어요? 누구 만났어요? 누구 만났어요? 누구 만났어요? Someone or who. And you might be thinking this, if this is the first time you've ever heard of this type of thing before. You might be thinking this. Billy, they sound kind of similar to me. Sometimes they could sound similar. Like, what if someone said, 누구 만났어요? Well, which one did they say? Did they say 누구 만났어요 or 누구 만났어요? I can't tell. They're similar. By the context of what you're talking about, it should still be clear whether they're saying who or someone. So if you go to a party and they ask you, 누구 만났어요? And you didn't hear, you're not sure if they emphasized 누구 or 만났어요. Just assume they said who. So if you're not sure, assume they said who and answer their question. And you'll be right 100% of the time. Because what if they said 누구 만났어요? And they actually said, did you meet someone? Well, you answer, yeah, I met 철수 만났어요. 100% natural. You don't have to say, yes, I met someone. You just answer who you met. It's fine. If, however, they had said 누구 만났어요? And you answered, I met 철수, you're also in the clear. If they say, what did you make? 뭐 만들었어요? 뭐 만들었어요? 뭐 먹었어요? Did you eat something? Yeah, you still answer the question the exact same way, regardless of whether they said 뭐 먹었어요? Or 뭐 먹었어요? You know, what did you eat? Just writing it down here for 뭐. 뭐 먹었어요? What did you eat? 뭐 먹었어요? What, did you eat something? The answer to this question is the exact same whether they were saying what or something, right? If they said, did you eat something? And you just say, yeah. What? You'll tell them. In Korean, typically people don't just give quick yes, yes, no answers. They usually explain their answers more than we do in English. In English, like, hey, did you eat something? Yeah. Like, we don't do that. Like, even in English, you would say, yeah, I had a hot dog. Yeah, I had lunch. I ate, lunch with my friends earlier. I ate a pizza. You say what it is. So who did you meet? Or did you meet someone? Yeah, I met Chursu. Where did you go? I went to the pool, right? You still answer the question the exact same way. So don't worry. Don't worry about not hearing this different intonation when it's a question. You will not be wrong. Just answer the question as if they're asking it as a question. One more thing, though. Because this can mean someone, it doesn't have, something, someone, somewhere, someday, it doesn't have to be in a question. So you can also use this just as much in a statement. A statement is anything that ends, in a period or exclamation mark, not a question. So what if you were to say this? 뭐 했어요? Well, 뭐 했어요, you probably are not going to say 뭐 했어요, but I did something. Let's say, get a better sentence. 뭐 만들었어. 뭐 만들었어. 뭐 만들었어. If you say this as a statement, it could never mean what. Because what is a question? What, something. What, you're always asking something whenever the word what is in play. So, 뭐 만들었어요. If it's not a question, it has to mean something. 뭐 만들었어. 뭐 만들었어요. You made something. It has to mean something if it's ever not used in a question. Now, this is less common to not use these question words in statements anyway, just because, I met someone. It's a little vague. I mean, the grammar is fine, but it's a little vague to say I met someone. I made something. I went somewhere. But you could. It's just not that common. Usually you'll explain where you went since you're not asking a question in the first place. But yeah, if it's ever not a question, then it has to be this other usage. So this is just a useful thing to know that it shouldn't trip you up. Because like I said, if you answer that question, then you're going to be correct as long as you just answer it normally. When you're asking it yourself, though, is where you'll have to pay attention. So if you were saying, 파티에서 at the party, 누구 만났어요? Did you meet someone at the party? 파티에서 누구 만났어요? Who did you meet at the party? If you want to stress that, you'll have to pay attention to how you're emphasizing it. But their answer to your question is going to be pretty much the same, whether you said 누구 만났어요 or I'm like switching between Korean and English pronunciation. Whether you said 누구 만났어요 or 누구 만났어요, their answer is still going to be similar. They're still going to say, oh yeah, I saw my friend Charsu, or no, I didn't meet anyone, like that. So you don't really have to worry about this. It's something to know, but not something to stress over. Let's do another example with 어디. So if you said 어디 갔어요? 어디 갔어요? Where did you go? 어디 갔어요? Did you go somewhere? Or did he go somewhere? So if you're walking into a room and you're like, 철수 어디 있어요? 철수 어디 갔어? 철수 어디 있어? Where's 철수? 철수 어디 있어? Then your friend is in the room. It's like, 몰라요. 철수 아까 봤는데 I just saw him. 어디 갔어요? 어디 갔나? 어디 갔어? Did he go somewhere? Notice that's the usage you'd use it in. And then if someone knows where he went, they'd say, he went to the park, or 몰라요, I don't know, whatever you want to say. So that's it. That's all there is to this. Would you guys then go ahead and, since we're good on time, would you guys then go ahead and try it? Oh wait, no, we're already at 3:30. I went way over time. Okay, I'm not going to let you guys make your own examples of that, but just write that down that's how it's also used. Okay, we have to cover one more thing before we finish today's lesson. Time always goes so fast with these live streams. Okay. 무슨. The plural of moose is moosin. Okay, it's a Brian Regan joke. Okay, this is an adjective that means what? By adjective, I mean it comes before a noun. So what color, what food, what person, what actor, what drama, what country, what bagel. Okay, what as in, you're choosing something. Choosing, like there are options. Oh, I got a donation. Woohoo! Or something. Let me check. Or is it a member? Oh, Alexis Franklin, you're like our producer sponsor for this. Your name's up here 3 times. It says Franklin, $5. Awesome, thank you. 뭔가 몸에 좋은 것을 하고 있어요. Are you doing something good for your body? I feel weird about not giving 20 now. 15 is a weird number. Not attacking your birthday, though. Totally attacking my birthday. Hold on, let me give you a dab first. Thank you for the third support of today. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say in your sentence. 뭔가 몸에, first part is fine. 뭔가 something. 몸에 좋은 것을 하고, are you doing something good for your body? I think that's what you're trying to say. Are you doing something good for your body? But you might just want to directly ask like, are you exercising? 뭔가 좋은 운동을 하고 있어요. Like, are you doing some good exercise or something like that? I didn't know he would say no examples. Well, it's because when you're writing it, like I said, it could be kind of vague. But go ahead and write an example of what we did previously with 뭔가, 누군가, 어딘가, 언젠가, but using it as 뭐, 누구, 어디, and 언제. The other thing is 언제. I didn't talk about 언제 in detail. 언제 is not commonly used. I'll just say that to keep things simple. Using 언제 instead of 언젠가 is much less common because 언제 by itself can sound vague. 언제 is a word that more strongly means when than someday. I'll just say that. So you might see people use 언제 또 갈 거예요. I will go again someday, when. More often you'll see 언젠가. 언젠가 is much more common than using 언제 to mean someday. But it can also be used in the same way as the others. I didn't give an example of it for that reason. So yeah, go ahead and try to make your own example sentence of either 뭐, 누구, 어디, or this new one, 무슨. And I'll give you an example of 무슨 as well. So let's just do something simple. 무슨 음식을 좋아해요? You can also think of this as translating as which. Although it doesn't mean which. There's actually another word for which that they use. They use 어느 when you're actually doing which. But in this way, 무슨 means like what, as in there's many types of that. So what food do you like? What book is it? 무슨 책이에요? 무슨 책이에요? What book is it? 오늘 무슨 영화 보러 갈 거예요? What movie are we going to watch? In that sense, it means what. So I've seen a lot of people misuse it and say like 뭐 영화 or like 뭐 음식 or something like that. But no, 무슨 is the one you want to use. 무슨 means what. So let me check the chat. Let's see how you guys are doing. Good old 무슨 소리야. Yeah, 무슨 소리야. Yeah, what sound? Literally, what sound? As in, what are you talking about? What sound is coming out of your mouth? Literally, 무슨 소리야. What sound is this that I hear? These lies, this garbage, this sound I don't want to listen to. That's in the way that it's used in Korean. 무슨 소리야. 무슨 영화를 볼 거예요? Noah Deep, she wrote 볼 거예요, but remember it's not used with conjugated verbs. It's just 보다. So 볼 거예요. 볼 거예요. Does your book of common Korean mistakes go with the video? No. Some of them do. About 35 of them, I think. 30-ish. 30-ish of them are originally similar, are going to be similar with the videos. So 30 of the videos will be in this book, but the remaining 70 are brand new. The reason is the video, we did different topics because we were in video form, so we could do pronunciation mistakes as well. The videos were meant to be digested really simply, whereas the book, we were able to, some lessons can be quite longer and more in-depth since it's written down, so we can give more example sentences. They're quite different though. They're both good, but I think the book is more organized at this point. But yeah, they're both good. Just slightly different. 무슨 후식을 먹고 싶어요? What dessert do you want to eat? Perfect. Jens, you wrote 무슨 음악이, but it should be 음악을 because 좋아하다 is, well, 좋아해요, as you wrote, which is fine. 좋아해요 is an action verb, so you like something. So what you like needs to be marked with the object marker. So 무슨 음악을 좋아해요. But that's like asking what music do you like? So yeah, that's fine. What music do you like? What song? 무슨 노래? What song? 무슨 뜻이에요? Perfect, William Kelly. What does it mean? What is the meaning? 무슨, what meaning? 무슨 BTS 앨범 좋아해요? What BTS album do you like? Okay. 한국에서 무슨 음식이 제일 맛있나요? What's the best tasting food in Korea? Perfect, TS. 한국에서 무슨 음식이 제일 맛있어요? 제일 맛있나요? Okay. 무슨 가수입니까? What singer is it? 제일 좋아하는 음식은 라면입니다. Okay, that's not 무슨, but all right. 무슨 방탄소년단 멤버를 좋아해요? Gosh, golly, what do I say? Golly willikers. I'll just say Jimin. I'll just say Jimin. 무슨 밥 먹었어? What food meal did you eat? 넌 요리할 수 없어. 그리고 돈이 없어. 어디 먹었어? Where? 어디서 먹었어? 얼마 and 몇. Nope, those aren't for today's lesson. I talked about 얼마, I believe in a previous episode when I taught, or did I? I'm not sure. I have some video about it, I think. At least it's in my books. But I probably have a video about it as well. Will you add the URLs of the videos to the Google spreadsheet? I eventually will make a Google spreadsheet and add the URLs, but not yet. I'm still making that. I'm making a spreadsheet of all the previous lessons that we've done. That way, when I do voting, you can see what we've already done and suggest new ideas. Yeah, 어떤 is what we're learning next, Liu. Yalda asked, what kind of? No, 무슨 does not mean what kind of. 무슨 just simply means what. 무슨 방탄산 멤버를 좋아해요. Yeah, it's not completely natural, but we're just kind of giving examples of 무슨 here. 라면. Men always love Jimin. Is that true? Yes. And the next one we're going to be learning is actually just that. A couple people have asked. I saw a couple people write examples using 어떤. That's what we're going to be learning next. One more word for what. So you notice we've learned a lot of words for what. We learned 왜 can sometimes mean what, like what are you looking at? We learned 어떻게, like what is something, like that. We learned, what is it? So 무슨, we also have 무슨 to add there. We have, oh yeah, and then, we did one more. Oh yeah, like 어떻게 해요, what should we do? 어떻게 생각해요, what do you think? But there's one more. That's 어떤. 어떤 is also an adjective, so that means it goes directly before a verb. So you can never just say, you can never have a sentence end with something 어떤이에요, 어떤이에요. 어떤이에요 makes zero sense. It says an adjective, it has to come before a noun. Adjectives have to, 100% of the time, always come before a noun. You can never end a sentence with a conjugated adjective. Ever. Never works. Always wrong if it's an adjective. So, and by definition, an adjective in Korean means it's already pre-conjugated. And 어떤 is actually a conjugated version of the verb, the descriptive verb, 어떻다, which is the same descriptive verb that created both the verbs 어떻게요, 어떻게, as well as 어떻게, how. So 어떻다, you don't need this. It's just the original. It also is what created 어때요, how is it? 어때요, 어때, 어떻습니까? It all comes from here. So this is a conjugated form of that, and it means what kind of. So if you wanted to say what kind of food do you like, not what food, specifically what food do you like, no. What album do you like? No. Well, what kind of album? Actually, you wouldn't really ask someone what kind of album do you like, but what kind of music do you like, right? You can say 무슨 음악을 좋아해요, like what music do you like? But more naturally, more common, you'd want to ask what kind of music do you like, right? What kind of movies do you like? You wouldn't ask someone what movie do you like unless, you're choosing out of a list. Here's all my movies. 무슨 영화를 좋아해요? Which movie here do you like? No. 어떤 영화를 좋아해요? What kind of movie do you like? So 어떤 사람? What kind of person? 어떤 사람? 이에요. So notice you can end the sentence with 사람 because 사람 is a noun, but you cannot end it with 어떤. You can't say 사람이 어떤예요, like what kind of, how is he? It doesn't make any sense. So 어떤 사람이에요? What kind of person is he? 철수 씨는 철수가 어떤 사람이에요? What kind of person is 철수? Well, he's a jerk. I don't rather like him. So make your own example sentences using 어떤. Go ahead and give it a try. And this is the last thing we're doing for today. When you see idols arriving at the airport with all those photographers are paid by the company. No, I don't think so. The reason is the companies that would do that, it would be obvious that they're doing that because you know who's famous already in Korea. If some random celebrity comes up to an airport and there's a million photographers, everyone watching would know, oh, there must be something big going on about them. And if they realize there's nothing, they're not releasing a new album, they didn't just do some crime, they would know that was just fake. So no, that does not happen. Not that it's never happened, but there wouldn't be a logical reason to do that. No, it would be legitimate. Poor 철수. 어떤 걸? What kind of thing? Okay. Okay. 어떤 언어를 배웠나? What kind of language did you learn? 어떤 운동을 좋아해요? What kind of exercise do you like? Nice. 철수가 어떤 이기를 먹었어요? What kind of... Oh, I'm not sure, quite sure what you're trying to say with that. 중국어. 나를 죽어... 죽다 is to die. So you cannot use... I cannot... You do not die me. Okay. 어떤 영화를 보고 싶어요? I think you mean 죽이다, which is to kill. But 죽여보다 would mean to actually just kill someone. And I did a video about 보다, how it doesn't mean to attempt to do something. It means just to do something. So check that out. It's in my live stream. I think there's probably an abridged version out already as well. 어떤 노래를 좋아해요? 어떤 노래들 좋아해요? That's fine too. 어떤 영화를 보고 싶어요? What kind of movie do you want to watch? Perfect. 거기서 어떤 활동을 해볼 수 있나요? What kind of activities can you do there? Nice. 아, 애기. Okay, baby. 저는 지민 안 좋아하면 그렇다면 어떤 남자예요? I don't like 지민. Well, then what kind of guy am I? Well, then what kind of guy is he? Okay. I don't quite understand the meaning of the sentence, but 철수가 어떤 애기를... What kind of baby did 철수 eat? That's right. 철수 the baby eater. 불을 피울 때는 어떤 나무를 쓰세요? When you smoke a fire, what kind of tree do you use? Okay. 어떤 식물은 됐습니까? I'm not sure what your question is, Marvelous. Can you try again? 어떤 옷을? I think you mean 옷. 조지인 L. Reed. You mean 옷 with the opposite character. Not 옷, but 옷. What kind of clothes did you buy? Other than that, it's fine. 어떤 선생님이에요? TS. 이에요. Not 이에요. 이에요. 어떤 음식 좋아해요? What kind of food do you like? 어떤 책을 좋아해요? Or is it 책을? Well, you wrote 책을 and then you wrote is it 책을. So, yeah, you're right. 어떤 책을 좋아해요? What kind of book do you like? Yeah, that's correct. Can we add CC on your video? Yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and add subtitles. Anyone can. 어떤 동물을 제일 좋아해요? And a lot of people do. There are subtitles for some of my most popular videos that some people have done. And then if you do that, you get your channel in the credits of the description, I believe. 어떤 동물을 제일 좋아해요? What kind of animal do you like best? 어떤 여자를 좋아해요? What kind of girl do you like? 어떤 케이크를 William Kelly. 어떤 케이크를, because if you did 케이크는 it's like what kind of cake is what we're going to talk about. And then it doesn't quite follow that. 가장 좋아해요. Do you like that the best? So it doesn't quite fit. So 케이크를 가장 좋아해요. 어떤 집에서 철수는 어떤 집에서 살아요? 철수 lives at what kind of house? Okay. I mean, Jackie. Okay, I see. 어떤 사람이 저처럼 바보를 좋아할 수 있었어요? What kind of person liked idiots like me? Grammatically, yes. Although the sentence is awkward, but grammatically, you're not wrong. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what the meaning of it would be. 어떤 밥 제일 좋아해요? Usually they say 어떤 음식. What kind of food? 밥 is used itself as a meal. So if you said 어떤 밥, it's like what kind of meal do you like? But usually they just ask what kind of food do you like? 어떤 음식을 좋아해요? 비릴 씨는 어떤 선생님이에요? The best. That's right. Darn straight. 어떤 음식을 만들어요? What kind of food do you make? 어떤 피자를 먹었어? What kind of pizza do you eat? 어떤 머리 스타일 좋아해요? What kind of hairstyle do you like? Finally, Park. Also, 어떤 사람이에요? Not 이에요. There is no 이에요, but that's a common spelling mistake. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. So that's it for today. I think, even though I try to keep these lessons short, I try to keep them under, under 2 hours, but they always end up, when I start writing the lessons, I think at the beginning, oh, this is a super easy topic. We'll finish in an hour. Today's outline is only 1 page. We'll be done in an hour. But then when I actually start writing the lesson, I realize, if you're learning about what, we also have to learn about 무슨. Well, if we're learning about 무슨, we also learn about 어떤. Well, if we're learning about that, we also have to learn 뭔가 and how it's used as 뭐. And now we have to learn as emphasis. And now we have to learn. So it's it kind of spirals a lot, even the easiest topics. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Just a reminder that all of these outlines, so today's as well, this will be posted within about 30 minutes from now. They're all posted and available on Patreon. So you can be any member for Patreon, even the $1 donors get access to all of these from every single stream. I'm also going to be putting a Google spreadsheet up sometime, hopefully this week, that gives. My phone thought I was talking in it because I said Google. I'm also going to be putting up a Google spreadsheet that has information for all of the topics that I've already covered, so you can go back and review anything. They're in the playlist, but I'm going to make a list so it's kind of easy to find what topics I covered for each lesson. So make sure also to join the Discord if you want to keep up to date with new live streams. And I will see you guys again next week. 그럼 다음에 또 봐. Oh, what's that? The train is going to leave soon? That's great. Perfect timing. All right.